Hey guys, welcome to another video, guys. Quite a and this is a review for the Chelsea versus Bayern Munich game where we have been battered at home in the first leg, 3-0. And to be honest, usually if Chelsea lose by a scoreline of 3-0 at home, you'd see me ranting or pretty depressed and angry. But it's got to a point where I'm feeling neither of those emotions. And the reason for this is because at the end of the day, we need to be serious. And it was a massive reality check, not only for the squad and for Lampard, but also for the fans. Now, we came up against one of Europe's best, the elite's best, and we knew that we had a young, inexperienced, talented squad, but we really wanted to test them to see how far away we truly are from the likes of Bayern Munich, the Real Madrids, how far away we are from Europe's best, how much work and effort we need to put in as a club, and how much rebuilding we really need to do to be able to reach that level. Now, one thing is for sure, I didn't expect us to get humiliated or obliterated like that at all. Now, I know that we are in transition. I know that we have a young, inexperienced squad, but at the same time, that second half performance was inexcusable. Inexcusable. We ended the half strongly, 0-0, still in a tie, and we threw the tie away in the second half. One thing led to another, as they always say, when it rains, it pours. It started off with Jorginho getting a yellow card, being suspended for the second leg, and it all came crashing down. Within the next 3 minutes, Gnabry made it 1-0. Within another 2 minutes, Gnabry made it 2-0. Within another 10 minutes, Lewandowski made it 3-0. Game done, dusted, game over. And 5 minutes after that, Marcos Alonso got sent off. So it's just a series of events that is unfortunate, but I can't put too much blame because the golfing quality is unbelievable. We have to be serious now. Lampard got it wrong tactically, he got it wrong within the squads, but you can't shift too much blame on him. It's the golfing quality that I have the issue here. Now, we knew that, it was highly unlikely we were going to beat Bayern, and the odds were stacked against us. And usually with the Chelsea spirit, when the odds are stacked against you, we usually prevail. However, this time round, it wasn't the case. And I suppose I overestimated this team. I overestimated how good the team actually is. I know that we have a young, talented squad. I thought, this season when we've come up against the best, Liverpool in the Super Cup, Liverpool at home as well, when we've come against Europe's best, we have outshone and, performed extremely well. And I thought that that would be the case this time. But unfortunately, it wasn't. And it really emphasises how far away we truly are from the elite's best, likes of Bayern Munich, etc. When you have Rudiger, Barkley, no disrespect, starting for you, and you have the likes of Coutinho on the bench for Bayern Munich, it really shows how far away the quality was. And I'll give you an example of this. Before the game even started, the lineups came out, and I looked at both of the teams' lineups, and it honestly made me upset because how much Chelsea have declined as a football club. We used to have unbelievable elite teams, and we have Giroud, Barkley, Alonso, Rudiger, Caballero starting. When you look at Bayern Munich's squad, starting 11, you see Lewandowski, Gnabry, Coutinho on the bench, Thomas Müller, Neuer, Pavard. You got Alphonso Davies, Thiago, Kimmich. The names are endless. Quality elite players, and we knew that we were going to have a tough time tonight. But unfortunately, the team have humiliated us. The first half performance I can commend. It was a very, very strong, hard fought. They showed a lot of bottom and fight. But the second half, we truly got blown away. Not just blown away. Not just the quality, but also tactically. I think that Lampard didn't get the tactics right. I mentioned this in the first half. The amount of spaces and gaps we're leaving in between lines. I said at the time that sooner or later Bayern Munich will score. And the reason for this was because the gaps we were leaving were far too great, and also we were too weak in transition. Every time we lost the ball, Bayern Munich would have 3-4 men pouncing, advancing onto us, and would be outnumbered. And defensively, we weren't defending as a unit. That was a massive issue. That's something that we have played. Lampard-style players counter press, gegenpress, pressing hard up the pitch, and defending as a unit. But the issue we have here is we're leaving way too many gaps in between the lines, and that's what hurt us most. Now you look at our quality on the attack as well, and that was another issue. Tammy Abraham came on in the second half alongside Willian. We had a 3 versus 2. Now, if it was roles reversed and it was Bayern Munich having a 3-3-2, I would guarantee I'd put everything on the line. I'd say 9 times out of 10, Bayern Munich would have buried that chance, but we didn't seem to. It seemed as though Tammy Abraham lacked the IQ intelligence. It seemed as though that we haven't really practiced that in training, or it's a lack of, improvisation. Because when you have a 3v2 at this professional level, you should be bearing that, especially if you're playing for Chelsea Football Club. And like I kept mentioning, the gaps between the lines was too great. We were too weak in transition. I think the 3-4-3 formation wasn't working either for me. We had to opt for a 4-3-3 formation where you'd have Jorginho in his natural register, trying to control and get a grip hold of the game, control the game as much as he could, have Kovacic transitioning the play. You'd have Mason Mount in number 8 position, given his defensive work rate and defensive duties, but at the same time, given that attacking output. You'd then have the back line, the normal back line. I would have started Emerson over Alonso. I thought Alonso had good spells, but overall, Alonso is Alonso. We couldn't beat the press. He's not press resistant, and ultimately he got sent off, and we paid the price for it. Emerson, he's press resistant, he's quick and fast, so he can bomb forward and keep up with the likes of Alphonso Davies and Kimmich. Defensively, much superior as well, and I think that he would have been a better fit, beating the press, playing out the back. Also, Reece James as well. I thought Reece James was probably one of his poorest performances in a Chelsea shirt this season. He's been amazing this season, but tonight he wasn't at his best. Nothing he could do. The whole team was poor. But you'd have Jorginho controlling the game, and you'd have Christensen, who I thought was our best centre-back, best defender this game. Being commanding, reading the game, intercepting things. And I think that we had a lot more control, we had less gaps between the spaces, create those triangles, beat the press and go on to the counter, and a bit more attacking fluidity. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. I think that Lampard got his tactics wrong. I thought the subs came too late as well. I don't understand why Barkley stayed on the pitch for as long as he did. I would have brought on Willian for Barkley at half time. I think that taking until the 65th minute and 70th minute to make your substitutions was much too late. Switching to a back four took until Pedro came on for Azpilicueta. That was way too long. And I think that he got it too long. He was more reactive rather than proactive. I think the formation was wrong. And I think against a team like Bayern, it really emphasised how far away we are from the elite's best. Now, I suppose I overestimate. It's the hope that kills you. This is the thing as well. It's the hope that kills you. We're all fans. We're all Chelsea fans. We're all going to hope. We're all going to pray that will our team pull out of the bag. And unfortunately, it didn't. We have to be realistic now. Now, hopefully, there are some positives from this. This is a transition season. There's a lot of positives to take from this. The young talented squad will have got a lot of experience from this. Now, the main target for me is that the tie's done and dusted. Let's be serious now. It's game over. We're not going to get anything. The Allianz Arena second leg is an opportunity to, more experience, etc. But what I'm aiming at here is ensure that we secure top four, get Champions League for next season, have a proper rebuild in the summer, squad revamp, target world-class league players 3 to 4, elevate our squad, make sure our squad is a lot better for next season, more prepped, a full pre-season on Lampard, get his ideas across. And I think within 2 years we can reach Bayern's level, but at the moment the golfing quality is so great. And we have to understand the circumstances. We lost Hazard, 50% of our goal and assist contributions. We had a transfer ban. We couldn't sign anyone. We haven't signed anyone in over a year now. So it's understandable. We have an inexperienced manager as well. So we have to understand that we have been slightly overachieving. However, now, this season, this summer, we have to sign elite players. Hopefully, Mourinho going to Sky, Roman Abramovich is really watching and analysing this game, understanding what we need to do, the scouts as well, what we need to do to be able to get to Bayern's level, get to Madrid, Barcelona's level, sign the players required to take us to that level. And it's going to take time. There's no messing about with that. We are in transition. It's the first year on the Lampard. We're going to have a full summer window for us to sign top players. But, we have been outclassed tonight. So credit to Bayern, credit to Alphonso Davies, man. That guy is so talented. Every time Mount was through on goal, Alphonso Davies would come out of nowhere, a 50-metre sprint. The third goal, the third assist, the way he sprinted past 4 players, his electric pace, unbelievable potential, top left back. And even throughout the whole Bayern Munich squads, they were immense tonight. And you've got to give credit where credit's due. I'm not going to sit here and give you a fake reaction or rant, because at the end of the day, what I'm telling you now is what I'm feeling. Because we have to kind of expect, this is a reality check. It is a reality check. We have been outclassed. We have to understand that we are too far away from Bayern's level. They outclass us today. They have much more superior quality, and it will take time to reach their level. With summer windows, with preparations, with Lampard gaining more experience, giving his ideas across. It's going to take time. We are in transition, but let's not overreact here. Let's not be reactionary. Let's understand that this was slightly expected. It's experience for the young squad as well. and we move on from here. We're still in the top four. We need to ensure that we secure Champions League football for this season, and we can move on, and it will only be onwards and upwards from here. Positivity from now on, and let's see. But yeah, it is disappointing. It hurts. 3-0 at home. It's tragic. It honestly is. It's massive decline as a football club. But we have to start building ourselves back up now. And like I said, don't want to sound bitter, but Bayern Munich, 2012, your stadium, your city, our trophy. I'm going to wrap up there, guys. Smash the like button if you did enjoy this review. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are on here. Make sure to be on notification for every time I do uploads, and comment down below your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys for my next video. Peace.